Yes, hello and welcome from the foot of the mountains here in Penrith. We are coming to you from the greater west of Sydney. History is being made tonight here in the SRL Mines competition. It is the first ever game in club history for the new boys on the block, the Mount Druitt Kings, led out by their captain Mitch Wiles, and what a game we have in store. And so much hype, so much build up to finally see this team come to life, and history in the making. What a game this is going to be. How good is it? The Mount Druitt Kings and the Central Coast Lions doing battle here from Penrith, and joining me in the box here tonight is my good mate and Blue Tongues mentor, Josh Petlove. And Josh, so much hype for both sides, but the biggest talk of the town, the new boys on short notice, they're finally here. It is the Kings kicking us off from Penrith.
Absolutely. It was a bit of a shock to see Mount Druitt's entry into the Mines competition and the revival of Mitch Wiles as well, who only recently retired. So bit of a controversy behind the teams, but keen to see what happens.
Yeah, Mitch Wiles, the former Central Coast Lion, he did play for them in the trials, and he's been in an integral part of the Mines competition even before this revamp. But Mount Druitt is here, love it or hate it. The newest team from the area is making their debut, and I'll tell you what, Prelov, we got Mount Druitt. We got a Mount Druitt SRL team before GTA 6. How good. Carter Ross taking a run now for the Lions. Fifth and last coming up, and they'll be looking to pin a good kick inside the hometown's half, and will aim towards the corner. There and waiting is Jaden Walker off the right wing, wrapped up and stopped by Shelby Winchester. And Pretlove, who are you looking forward to playing for in this Kings team? Obviously, we spoke about Mitch Wiles. They've got Bailey Monroe returning. They've also got a former first grade player in Johnny Burgess, who played for the Rabbitohs. So they pack a bit of a punch here, and what a run there from Monroe.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of good talent in that Mount Druitt team. One of the firemen, I believe, is going to be Bailey Monroe, as he just showed there. He's just shown he can make that break and he can run through. I don't really have many expectations for this team. I'm just really keen to see what happens. As Bailey Monroe, that's another really good run there. As
what a
some good position.
Bailey Monroe is he'll be called upon a lot here tonight. Fifth and last, Jay Tapuna sends it high towards the corner. They'll go up top. It's taken by Josh Strange, but he's wrapped up. Two-man effort there to bring him down in that corner. I'll tell you what, the atmosphere is rocking here tonight, and it's absolutely pumping here in Penrith. A lot of locals making the trip out. Not a single empty seat in the house for tonight's historic game, but for the Central Coast Lions, coming off the back of a clutch win on the road in Waikato last week, and the Lions, Pretlove, maybe they got let off the hook there in that opening game. We saw how that transpired with the Wolves opting for that 2-point kick, but they'll be looking to back it up tonight. And a 2-0 start could be on the cards if they get the result. Holden Winchester, great line break.
Yeah, definitely, as you said, bit of some interesting strategies from that last game, but I'm definitely keen to see how the Lions play today.
Oh,
They've had
what a
full week
run!
together.
Carter
Wow, what
Ross.
a
Oh, gets an offload to Holden Winchester. And the visitors will silence the home crowd. Opening points of the game. Sorry to cut you off, Love, but that was just a moment of magic there from the Lions. That big line break with the offload will find Holden Winchester. What a great start here from the visitors, Love.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and just a couple of play the balls ago, we actually saw Holden Winchester with a big run up the field, and he's just capped it off again with running that support play to get the ball on the inside there. Great team play there from the Lions to get up the field and convert.
Yeah, and that's the way you want to start, especially in a ground like this. The home field advantage, it is certainly one to behold, and you know how passionate they are about their area and their love of the culture on this side of Sydney, the western side of Sydney. But the Central Coast Lions from up the coast, they have come in, drawn first blood, 6-0, courtesy of a Holden Winchester try. And we speak about this Winchester family lineage in the Lions, and maybe it's the chemistry that they've had growing up together, Pretlove, because the way they play and carry this team, the Central Coast side, particularly in the spine, it really does a lot for their game plan and for this team in general.
Yeah, definitely. And another man that adds to that chemistry of the Winchesters is the man with the ball right now, Jaden Garcia. He's been electric for them since the Mines revamp.
Oh!
As now Holden Winchester's not done.
Holden Winchester, line break, offload away to Jack McLaughlin. And the second phase play of the Central Coast Lions is running rampant against this Mount Druitt side as they go. Chevy short ball to Mailea. Mailea will try and barge across, but it'll be wrapped up, turned on his back, full tackle now. The visitors looking to punch another try through. Joey Moore will have a dart from dummy half. He won't find the grass though. Fifth and last, and the rush up the fence of Mount Druitt will hold tight and firm. And the home crowd giving him a bit of love out here. And I'll tell you what, that's good goal line defense here from the home side, Josh. And now they've got to try and capitalise off a counter attack on this set.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, another thing in defence that the Kings might want to try is two-up defence, because the second phase play is killing them. As we see, they're now pinned in their 40 with 2 tackles left.
As they go short ball to Tipuna. And Tipuna gets him shy of the halfway. Mount Druitt still gets across the line off this set, but they go through Johnny Burgess. Says runs it straight, winds it up. Gets him inside Central Coast half now. The Lions waiting for the kick to come through. Jay Tipuna darts it towards the corner. There and waiting is Patrick Corker in the second. Paddy will try and step through on that left wing, but it will be wrapped up and read well off that return. And the Lions looking to go back to back. If they can do it here tonight, that'll do a lot for their confidence. And so many standouts in this team, led by Franco Lombardi. And oh, what a run. Speaking of Franco Lombardi, oh, gets a line break and it's picked off there. Great awareness from Johnny Burgess. And I'll tell you what, Josh, the line breaks for the Lions, they've certainly been coming to fruition early in this first half, but moments like that, just all that pressure goes to waste.
Yeah, definitely. You just push the pass too much, as now we see Tipuna in a bit of space there. Yeah, I mean, it looks like just a bit of a distraction there from the Lions, and the Kings are going to want to capitalise on it here.
And Bailey Monroe has been poking through this line a lot early in this first half. They'll have to do a job to contain him. 4 tackle coming up. Mount Druitt. Oh, Johnny Burgess runs it straight, and big contact off that run. 5th and last coming up for the home side. Where will they go? Numbers both sides in the right pocket. They drop it to Tipuna. Tipuna sends it high. Who's going to get it? It's Paddy Corcoran the second. Cool, calm and collected. Great composure there from the Lions winger there, Josh. And Mount Druitt looking good in the red zone there. They're trying the high bomb. It worked for them before. They weren't able to score the try. And off that repeat look, the same result.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Kings are definitely asking the right questions. It's just going to be a matter of when here. The best way to do this is to pin the Lions in their half and get the ball back in some good field position.
Yeah, and being caught up on such short notice, obviously the Kings won't have as much team chemistry compared to these other teams, but I'll tell you what, Pretlov, they were the first team to have their whole 13 rock up for training. So a full 13 in the training sessions, which is great news for activity and development. Oh, great look, offload to Trey Mann. Trey Mann playing at the left center spot for the Lions. He'll take that 5th tackle run up here. They'll go. Joey Moore puts a grubber. Who's going to be there? Taken by Ted McDonald. And not a bad look there from the Lions, but no one in support to chase that kick.
Yeah, it just looks like Jaden Garcia got on the wrong side of that as Quinton Cotter now makes a break up the field. Yeah, good ideas there from the young half, but just no support for him, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and keep an eye out for Jaden Garcia. We spoke about him before, but he's an absolute superstar for this Lions side. Putting up a man-of-the-match caliber performance last week against the Waikato Wolves. 4th tackle now, mounting go. Johnny Burgess wrapped up and brought down by Winchester, I believe. 5th tackle coming up, 20 minutes played. First quarter of action from Penrith. As we see Benji Magic, another one making his return to the Mines. He's a familiar face, and a few familiar faces in this mounting lineup. We spoke about Burgess, we spoke about Riles, we spoke about Monroe. So when you're a new side, especially jumping in late, Pretlov, it's good to have names and good to have experience like that in your side.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to help the Kings get some traction on the field as well, having some of those Mines experienced players that have had a couple of games in the Mines already.
Oh, they're going to go for 40-20. Oh, and Shelby Winchester sends that to the 4th row of the sideline, and that one just getting away from them, Pretlov. They had the right idea, but the execution just lacking from Shelby, and that will invite a lot of pressure now for the visitors.
Yeah, looks like he's just hit that ball a little bit wonky there as it's gone over the barreling over the touchline on the full.
Yeah, nearly Riley Murray, the sideline touching, nearly copping the Falcon off that kick as we see Benji Magic tries to dart through, and the home crowd getting behind their Mountie side once again inside the red zone. Quinton Cotter, how could we forget him? Another player with first grade experience as they shifted to Ted McDonald. Very close to the line now. Mount Druitt looking for their first points of the game. They go left to Puna. He could have went for himself. They give it to Bazinga, and Bazinga's held up. 5th and last coming up now. The Kings go to Puna Grubber. Oh, and who's there? It's Bailey Monroe, and he's dropped it. He has dropped an absolute sitter. Bailey Monroe. Oh, Pretlov. Jeez, Monroe had it in his hands. A chance to score the first points in Mount Druitt history. And it just gets away from him. Great try saver there from the Central Coast Lions.
Yeah, definitely. It's heartbreaking there from Bailey Monroe. That was a great run. But yeah, just not the outcome they were wanting. And now the Lions are in some good position with a couple tackles up their sleeve.
Yeah, 3rd tackle already inside opposition half. Inside the red zone, Holden Winchester looking for a double. Try saver ankle tap made there. What a great run from Winchester. What a stint he's having in this first half. Chevy, sorry. I've done it again. 5th and last coming up, the visitors looking for the grubber. You'd have to think they're in the short pocket formation. They go, and Shelby will try and make up for his earlier mistake. Crashes over the line. And the Central Coast Lions, 2 unanswered tries, you'd have to say. They're going to check it, Prelov. But that looked like a try for all money, and that's another one on the board for the visitors.
Yeah, definitely is a try. They're looking at the replays. Good way to hit back there from the Kings being up in their danger zone for so long.
And now the Lions just hushing this Penrith crowd, and a lot of fans making their way all across from Deanside to Kingswood, Reedy Hill. I like to think I'm a man of culture, Pretlov. I took a stab and had a look at some geography last night, and yeah, certainly a lot of people making the trip here tonight. But the party not going the way that they would have liked, obviously. 12-0 to the visitors, the Lions. Maybe it's the experience and the chemistry, Pretlov, because they just seem a bit more fluid in their playing tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, short notice call up for the Kings. But I certainly wouldn't count them out. The experience they've got, considering the fact that they've got an SRL side that's actually pretty much training with them as well in the Penrith Panthers, I definitely would imagine that would have some impact on them. So definitely I don't think we're writing them off yet, but we'll see how they can hit back.
Yeah, and speaking of Penrith, it's a good pipeline for them. The Panthers now having a team in their own backyard, so perhaps Jumbo Mayava and Lonnie Lawrence watching on closely as the Mount Druitt Kings yet to score any points in this game. Just under half an hour played. The Lions currently holding a 2-score lead. 12-0, just under half an hour. Here from Penrith as they go. Carter Ross wrapped up. Good two-man effort there to stop him. Fifth and last now, and Mount Druitt in kick return formation. They'll line up. They give it to Shelby Winchester. Will send it towards the corner, and it's waiting there for Jaden Walker. Steps one. Jaden Walker tries to split the defense. Can he get through? Great line break. Great starting field position off that run, Pretlove, and now Mount Druitt with a chance. Inside opposition half. Johnny Burgess gets an offload away to Quinton Cotter. And watch out, Lions. The Mountie boys are bopping their way through the line as we see. Second tackle, Jazz Bazinga winds it up, gets him to the red zone. Third tackle now, a couple more left up their sleeve. Willie Wishart from dummy half. Great run there. And now where will they go, the Kings? Inside the 10, Tapuna cut out border. Benji Magic out to Josh Strange. Two-man effort there to wrap him up and bring him back a couple. Fifth and last now. Mountie going to play the ball. Where are they going to go? Short pocket. Quinton Cotter. Can he crash over? Three-man effort there to hold him up. And a great look from Mountie there, Josh. But the Lions goal line defense clutching up and stopping that one from turning into points.
Yeah, absolutely. The play there was definitely to get the ball out to Munro, potentially off the kick or just through the hands there, as he's been electric with the ball so far. So I'd like to see them get the ball to him more in that red zone there, as the Lions let off the pressure there from the Kings.
Yeah, and the Kings, not without their chances, but inside that red zone, they just haven't been able to get it to go their way. And Willie Wishart will pounce on that mistake there from the Central Coast. And now the Lions just starting to look a bit unsettled as we head towards the back end of this first half. Jay Tapuna dishing it out. Bailey Monroe. How costly could that earlier missed try count for it when it's all said and done here tonight? Ted McDonald, great run. A line break that sets the home side up inside the red zone, just shy of the 10. They go to Jazz Bazinga, wrapped up by Shelby Winchester. Fifth and last now. As Mountie go in the pocket, Jay Tapuna, he'll send up a high ball. It's a good bomb. Who's going to be there? It's Paddy Corcoran the second. And a great kick from Tapuna, perfectly placed, Pretlove, but Mount Druitt just unable to get to that one in time, and Corcoran the second there to defuse it.
Yeah, definitely. It seems that the attacking line not too sure on what's happening with the kicks there. That's why there's no defense. No attack around that kick when they go up for it. So who knows? Potentially at half time when we get there, it might be worth having that discussion with the team potentially.
Yeah, maybe some adjustments to be made. Oh, forward pass. Big mistake there from the visitors. And the Mountie crowd getting behind their boys now. Another good chance, another good look inside opposition half. And now the Kings still looking for their first points. And it's given away as soon as they get it. A big turnover. And just when they had a good look, Pretlove, they let it get away from them once again. And you keep doing that, it's going to build up and end up costing you the game.
Yeah, definitely. The idea to throw the ball around is a good idea, but yeah, look, 12 points down, desperation starting to set in for them, wanting to head into the break with a tighter scoreline. But yeah, those silly intercepts and drop balls are not going to help them out at all.
Fourth tackle, and the Lions inside opposition red zone. They are still up by 12-0. Fifth and last coming. Where will they go? They drop it in the pocket. Shelby Winchester puts in a grubber, and they play a game of hot potato. Bit of chaos there to try and defuse that grubber, but Mountie end up holding on once again as we look to finish off this first half. Only 2 tries scored, both from the visitors here tonight. Plenty of Lions fans making the trek out here to the greater west of Sydney. It's a long trip, but they'll be enjoying what they've seen so far. 12-0 is your score. The Lions over the Kings. Stay tuned. We will be back for your second half right here on SRL TV. Yes, good evening and welcome back from the foot of the mountains here at Penrith. It is the Mount Druitt Lions taking on the Mount Druitt Kings, forgive me, that's sacrilege, taking on the Central Coast Lions here from Bluebet Stadium. It is the visitors with a 12-0 lead. And Penlove, your thoughts on that first half and any standout players from either side that caught your eye?
Yeah, I mean, look, first half was really well there for the Lions. They come out firing. They picked up where they left off from last week against the Wolves. But look, everything that the Kings have been doing has been great.
Quinton Cotter cops one there.
Welcome to the
Mines. But yeah, welcome to the Mines. We saw the big hits put on display last week, especially the Lions. They were on the losing end of a lot of the contact, but to their credit, they played with a lot of heart and spirit. And this man, he's a danger man. Watch out, Jaden Garcia, scoring the Mines try of the week last week. What an effort it was. Weaving his way through the fence, heading the filthy goose steps. Oh, and taken out into touch. Hudson Crichton flirting with the touchline, gets an ankle tap to send him over the sideline. And now this home crowd finding their voice. Pretlove, big moment from the number one, Bailey Monroe.
Yeah, definitely. And Bailey Monroe is actually going to be one of those players that I actually was going to mention as being a standout for the Kings. It's been a battle of the fullbacks at the moment, and Bailey, he's stepped up, especially with that tackle there as well, as he's breaking through two tackles there.
And a great run from Monroe, sets Mountie inside the red zone. Second tackle, short pocket. Benji Magic, cut out border, Josh Strange, wrapped up by two defenders. Third tackle coming up now. The Kings, they shift it, cut out ball. Benji Magic floats it to Johnny Burgess, and Burgess will try and crash over. But the goal line defense of the Central Coast holds firm once again. They have not allowed any points so far. Can they do it off this set? Work to do. Great ball from Tapuna to Bazinga. Bazinga will try and crash over, and he's turned on his back once again. Goal line defense just absolutely immense from the visitors here tonight, and it's going to have to be. They're already up against their crowd against them. And with work to do, one more tackle to try and hold it down inside their red zone. They go to Puna, and he drops his lollies. As soon as he gets the ball, he's just rushed up on, and once again, Pretlove, this goal line defense from the Lions has just been a tough nut to crack tonight, and they hold up once again.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a really tough defensive line to get through. Definitely some good glimpses there from the Kings, considering they've only been together for less than a week. So it's definitely good to see. I'm keen to see how they develop through the Mines programming for the rest of the year. I'm definitely think they're going to be one of the teams in contention for that final spot.
As we see Hudson Crichton trying to redeem himself after that earlier take into touch. Fourth tackle now, the visitors inside the red zone. A try here will do a lot for their momentum. It'll be a real punch to the gut for the Mountie side. Fifth and last, Shelby sends it high. Who's going to be there? Monroe's waiting, takes the catch, cool as you could ask. And Monroe just might end up being the hero for Mountie tonight. It's great to be here, although I did hear we had quite a few idiots trying to make their way through into the ground here tonight. They have been kicked out by the security, of course. Big thank you to Hell Yeah. As we see Mitch Rolls, the captain off the left wing. They have avoided his wing for the most part of this game, and that's why you can't afford to give him those sorts of looks. The speed he can eject will do a lot for this Mountie attack, as we see Quinton Cotter take that run. Third now, they'll dish it to Burgess. And Burgess takes the run up. Fourth tackle coming up. The Kings cut out ball. Jazz Bazinga, just a 1 out run. Looking a bit vanilla here with the offense, the Kings, but you can sort of expect that being this is a team that was put together on such short notice. High bomb from Garcia, wrapped up, and he pays a price on it, taken well. And Mount Druitt, a good look, but Pretlove, as time ticks down, they've got to try and get across that line. You can't afford to let it drag out for too long, or it's just going to end up frustrating.
Yeah, definitely. As fatigue starts to set in, we've got 30 minutes left of play, so there's still definitely plenty of time for the Kings to turn it around. But I'd imagine fatigue to start setting in and some more mistakes to be made.
They could go for 40-20 here, the Lions. They line up in formation, but they go cut out ball to Lombardi. And Big Franco just takes the run up. Fifth and last here. Mount Druitt awaiting the return. Shelby Winchester sends it towards the corner. There in waiting is Jaden Walker. Walker with a bit of space. Puts on a cheeky step. Wrapped up and driven down by Shelby. But great starting field position. First tackle, Bailey Monroe on the right edge. Taken in the SRL Mines logo. Second tackle, Burgess, big run. Straight at Franco. Gets through untouched before he's forced down there from Garcia. Ankle tap there to stop his run. Benji Magic, dish out to Josh Strange. And Mount Druitt inside the red zone once again. Still in search of their first points. Can they get it off this set? Reverse pass out to Monroe. One-on-one with Garcia. Monroe turned on his back on the line once again. A case of deja vu. We've seen it all night. You've got to give a credit to this Lions defense. Fifth and last. Cotter with a grubber. Who's there to pick it up? It's Jack McLaughlin. And Pretlove, that one just fizzles out once again. No one in support. And McLaughlin takes that one without any real pressure.
Yeah, definitely. It's a little bit disappointing there to kind of have that end of a set. You've gotten down the field, gotten really close there from Monroe, nearly getting over the line. And then, yeah, you've just kicked the ball to no one. There was no chase for you. So that'd be very disappointing there for Benji Magic. Bit of Marshall magic.
Yeah. Oh, big turnover. And this could be... Oh, no, this could be given to the Lions. Where's this going to go? What's the call? It's Central Coast and the crowd not having a bar of it. Absolutely filthy about this decision. You'd have to say the Lions off the hook with that one. And now this one. Will this play into the mentality of this Kings side? They just want to get that ball back as soon as they can. Time ticking down. The home crowd yet to celebrate any points scored, but the Lions... Big credit to Dom Young and Jeff Keane. They have put together quite the game plan here tonight. McLaughlin finds the line break, tries to get an offload, but two defenders there to wrap him up. Make sure that does not eventuate. For tackle inside the 10. Winchester winds it up. Wrapped up and driven back. Fifth and last now, the visitors. Where are they going to go? You can see Shelby in the deep pocket. That's where they pass it. He'll send it high towards the corner. Are they looking for a tap back? It's a tap back. Garcia with the third try of the night. And the Central Coast Lions just piling on the points and piling on the misery at the expense of this Kings team. And Pretlove, what a play there from Garcia. He's over once again, scoring in back-to-back games.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Garcia was lurking there, ready to go for that tap-back play, and that's exactly how it happened for them.
And the crowd just starting to get a bit quiet now. It's been rocking all night, even when down by 12, but that one is taking a lot of life out of this Penrith crowd. And oh, what a kick from Chevy Winchester. Swinging that one from right to left. That'll take the lead out to 18-0. Lions over the Kings. And a few unhappy fans here tonight in Penrith. I can actually hear some police sirens in the background, Pretlove. Maybe that's expected in these parts of town, but I'll tell you what, they love their side. They love their Kings. It's just not going their way at the moment, Pretlove. What do you put it down to? Is it self-inflicted pain from the Kings? They've had their chances, just mistakes and unable to finish in the red zone is really starting to take its toll now.
Look, I probably actually wouldn't put it too much down on the mistakes of the Kings there. I'd actually more put it down on inexperience. Like you mentioned, this is a team that's been just thrown together, haven't had a chance really to bond. The Lions, they've had 3 games to kind of prep that chemistry, and you can show it's paying dividends for them, whereas the Kings, they're still paying really well considering they were thrown together on, I believe it was Friday or Saturday. So really well done from the Kings to do this. I wouldn't knock anything from what they've done.
Yeah, it's a great point, Josh. And yeah, on such short notice, you'd have to think they're playing more of just an ad-lib style of footy. It's, you know, it's not all there yet. They've only just been thrown together last minute, almost literally. But I tell you what, the amount of positive feedback we received from the SRL community, so much reaction, so much engagement, hype and excitement for this Mount Druitt side. Bear in mind, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Still plenty of footy left to be played, and still plenty of footy left to be played in this game as Bailey Munro gets a good line break. He's been a standout for this Mountie side tonight. They go third tackle. Burgess wrapped up, swarmed upon by the wall of orange jerseys there to meet him. Tapuna inside dish. Eddie Lewis can't get anything going off that left edge. 33 meters gained, fifth and last. The Kings, they drop it to Tapuna, and Tapuna will send it towards the corner of Corcoran the second. And a great stop there off the kick return. And the Lions holding a 3-try advantage. Are they going to look to try and just run out the clock? There will not be in any sort of rush. Forward pass. Big mistake. Turnover for Mountie. And there you go, Prelove. The Kings finally get the ball back inside opposition half, but they need to make this one count.
Yeah, absolutely. This is their opportunity to hit back and welcome the Lions to Mount Druitt in spectacular fashion. We've got 15 minutes left, so strap yourselves in, SRL fans. We're in for a cracker of a game.
Johnny Burgess. Oh, what a bump off offload to Quinton Cotter. Third tackle now. A bit of life in this crowd. Third tackles they go. Tapuna dishes it short to Bazingo, who just winds it up, runs it straight. Takes that one out. Fourth now, they go short ball to Ted McDonald, to Johnny Burgess. Burgess will try and crash at the line. He's been going at it all night, but they have not let anything get past him. This wall of orange jerseys, fifth and last, in the pocket. Tapuna with a grubber. Who's there? It's McBob, the American. Oh, and he stopped inches shy of the line. Why am I saying inches? We don't use that system, but Pret Love, so close once again. It's been the story of their night. The Kings so close, but it just gets away from them yet again.
Yeah, definitely. I'd actually probably say that the Kings are a bit unlucky there. It did appear that the ball bounced off that frontline defender from the Lions, but there was no tackle count reset. So I'd probably say they're a bit unlucky to not. Bit of technical difficulties, as I was saying. The rub of the green there, they've not been getting tonight. But yeah, look, that was definitely the set they needed to complete and to capitalize on.
Yeah, I think those idiots that were kicked out before just... doing some funny business. I don't know how that hasn't been called. A couple shocking no calls here tonight from the officials. And you can see Sonny Ty out there, so no wonder. Fifth and last, Chevy Winchester. It's a short kick. Shallow. Straight to Mitch Riles. And the Mountie captain trying to inspire his side. Spark a comeback here late in this game. The Kings have not scored any points as we head towards the final 10 minutes of your round 2 clash on SRL TV. Benji Magic. No magic on that run there. Third tackle. Still a couple tackles left up their sleeve, but Mount Druitt gonna have to kick it into gear. Tapuna can't get anything going there as well. Fourth tackle. 35 out from the try line. They'll go to Ted McDonald. Runs it straight. Bump off. Can he get an offload? No, he can't. But that's a great run. Sets him in position. All they need to do is pin in a good kick. Fifth and last. Tapuna sends it high. Does it have enough? Will they go for a tap back? It's Corcoran the second there to defuse the high bomb once again. And Josh, this Lions side, they may very well not concede any points tonight because they have not let anything through up until this point.
Yeah, definitely. It's been some great defense from the Lions, really showing that cohesive unit they've become in the last 3 weeks. So it's definitely some good defense to see, and it's been some good attack there as we see the prop forward of Winchester making that break and an offload. Double offloads there.
What a play. What a play here from the Lions. You can tell they're just settled into their game now. They're in their element and probably just looking to play it safe, hold on to the footy, run out the clock and hold Mount Druitt to a goose egg. The Lions here to spoil the party, and it's looking that way. Jaden Walker off the return. Can't get past Jaden Garcia. From the 30, Mount Druitt, a lot of work to do. Who's going to be the one to step up and play their part, inject some life back into this side? 73 minutes gone. And the Lions from the Central Coast just here to spoil the party, and the crowd now well and truly out of the equation. It's not the sort of game you would have hoped for as if you're a fan, even as a neutral. But like we spoke about, and as Pretlove emphasised before, they are a team that was put together on short notice. So from what we've seen, they're not too far off the mark. And oh, Willie Wishart backs himself for a dummy half run, runs it straight into the shoulder of a Lions defender, and Josh. Oh, there we go. Big turnover. Ted McDonald and Mountie. Could this be the set, Pretlove? They finally get points.
That's one way to welcome them into Penrith. It's a bit late, but what a tackle and great field position for them here.
It's Ted McDonald, the one that turned this one around. Mount Druitt looking for their first points. Who's going to etch themselves in the history books? Could it be Benji Magic? Two defenders there to stop him shy of the line. Fourth tackle now. The crowd getting behind him. Jazz Bazinga can't get through. Fifth and last, the Lions looking to keep their perfect defensive record intact tonight. No points conceded. Fifth and last. Grubber. It's there. Bailey Munro stopped again at the line. And Munro's been targeted all night. And the chance goes begging once again. Oh, picked off. Ted McDonald just says, give me that. And Pretlove, one more chance at life for the Mount Druitt side. What a step. Bailey Munro. Can he get there? Held up. Second tackle. The Kings, they go right. McBob, he'll try and dart across. Turned on his back at the line. Could they go from dummy? Third tackle now. Cut out ball. Quinton Cotter. First try in Mount Druitt history for the Kings. Quinton Cotter. Take a bow. We've had to wait a long time, Pretlove, but Mount Druitt finally on the board.
Absolutely. It was getting a bit painful to see the Kings with all these chances and nothing going their way, but look, you can't help but feel happy for them here. They've gotten the first try in their history books on the board. Look, they're definitely out of this game. I've seen weird things happen, but they're out of this game. But they can move on to next week now, knowing that they didn't get held to zero. So that'll definitely put some confidence in them, and they definitely should hold their heads high still.
Oh, 100%. I'll tell you what, Pretlove, it's been great to be a part of this game, regardless of the result. I mean, just to be here for one of the most anticipated teams in Mines history. And obviously, it's not the way that they would have wanted to start it off, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Also, I like to tell myself that. But here we go, 18-6. The Lions take nothing away from this Central Coast side. They have come here and just spoiled the party here in the area, as they like to call it. And the Lions now off to a 2-0 start. This win should put them towards the top of the ladder now. Right there amongst the Blue Tongues and the Wolves. But here we go, less than 30 seconds left here from Penrith. Central Coast, what a victory. Undefeated to start their Mines campaign. And that'll do it. 18-6, your full-time score from Bluebet Stadium. It is the Central Coast Lions 18 over the Mount Druitt Kings 6 points. What a game. What a moment in time this was to witness. And Pretlove, what a game it was from both sides. Your thoughts on this round 2 clash?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It was a great way for the Kings to start their Mines campaign. Look, going down 12 points there, there's definitely some glory in defeat for them, specifically in this instance. But the Lions, they've proven that they're a good unit and they're someone that you don't really want to go up against. I guess the big thing I'll bring up is there was no penalties throughout the game, which is something that's a bit of a rare occurrence for a Mines game. Usually, kind of being the new people on the block, there is usually some disciplinary issues, but both teams well behaved.
Yeah, that's a great point. It was good discipline from both sides, but especially for the Kings. Short notice, you're pretty much being thrown into the deep end on your first run, and you know, plenty of positives to look forward to for them. How different could this game have been if Bailey Munro gets across? We'll never know now. But what we do know is these stats in front of us, proudly brought to you by TBC Live. Quinton Cotter scoring the first try in club history for Mount Druitt, and for the Central Coast, Garcia and Shelby and Holden Winchester both across. 49% possession for the home side, 15 from 20 completions compared to the Lions 13 from 21, 5 errors to the visitors 8, 0 penalties apiece, 142 tackles from the home side, 156 from the Lions, 14 missed tackles compared to 18, and 24 line breaks compared to 31 from the Central Coast. So what a game it was, and pretty even and on par. But we'll break down the stats, the player stats. And for the Kings, leading the run meters, Willie Wishart, playing out dummy half, 20 tackles, 1 tackle break, and a try assist as well to his name. Quinton Cotter, 9 shy of 100 run meters, scoring the first try for Mount Druitt, 28 tackles, 3 line breaks, and a tackle break as well, excuse me. But a lot of great efforts here from these Kings, and Pretlove, any standouts in particular that deserve some praise from tonight's effort?
Definitely Bailey Monroe. He's quieted down the haters that are in our main chats here. He's definitely shown that he's someone that, when given the opportunity, he can run the ball and he can run it well. He's typically played wing, and I guess it just hasn't been the spot for him, whereas tonight we've seen him at the back leading the pack, and it's paid dividends. Like 15 tackles, none of them were missed. That's a big thing. 7 of the line breaks, 150 run meters. So again, it's all that great performance from Monroe, from the Kings.
Yeah, he's a bit of a polarizing figure, Bailey Monroe, but I'll tell you what, maybe all this adversity that he faces just drives him, motivates him to be better and to silence his haters, his critics. Channel his inner Jerome Luai, if you will. But a great effort from the home side nonetheless. But we'll scroll over to the victors, the visitors. Franco Lombardi, the captain, leading the run meters, 169, 11 tackles, 2 line breaks as well. Joey Moore, 151 run meters, 17 tackles, a try assist to the board. Shelby Winchester and Carter Ross, also try assist to their name. Shelby with a try there as well. A few kicks, not too bad of an effort, but a lot of players in this Lions side over the 100 run meters mark. Pretlove, and they're a team that just looks like they've found their sweet spot now. They looked a bit comfortable out here tonight. That's probably all the experience and the chemistry they've had building up for this game.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely looked very comfortable, and you can see that in the stats there. As you said, Franco, the captain, he was leading from the front there with over 150 run meters, and Joey Moore too. So good all-round performance, and a bit of an improvement, I'd have to say, on last week's performance from them.
Yeah, and what an effort from the Lions. 2-0 to start their mine season as they firmly plant themselves at the top of the ladder. Full-time score 18-6, Central Coast over Mount Druitt. What a game it was. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed your coverage. Myself, Sonny Tyre, here in the box with my good mate Josh Pretlove. Thank you so much for joining us, and stay tuned. Next week we will be back for more SRL Mines and first grade action. We can't wait to see you all. Enjoy yourselves, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you back right here on SRL TV.